Yo, hot dog's back. I'm just gonna be doing some crafting here. Yeah, so we have one equipment conversion chest and some crafting materials. Yeah, hopefully that'll be enough. Yeah, so as you know, if you've seen a couple of my other crafting videos, my main goal is I like to build nukers where they're usually like pretty slow. Think like ML Pavel sort of a build where all you do is load up on 1 billion damage with just enough speed so that they can get the turn if you can set them up right. And if they ever get a turn and they have like an attack buff, then something is dead. And those are my favorite type of heroes. Think strays. That's how I build my closer Charles. Specimen says. ML Pavel. And yeah, all those guys. Basically just, yeah. Want not necessarily super fast, but super high damage gear. And the best way to do that after they buffed Banshee was Destruction Set. But I don't have any good Banshee teams, and 3 out of 4 of those sets are really bad for that playstyle. Lifesteal is not an aggressive set. Counterattack, definitely not. I don't even have characters for Lifesteal and Counterattack. And Resist set can be useful, but again, not super my playstyle. So I decided not to end up farming Banshee and kept going with the speed sets with the hopes that I could one day be a speed contest guy. But when they buffed Katie's, they came out with these Torrent sets, and they match up perfectly with how I like to play. And again, like ideally, you'd probably run Destruction set, Torrent set, or Pen set, and Crit Chance Amulet if you wanted the highest gear score, like the most ideal gear loadout. But I can't do that. I would be sitting here farming for years if we wanted to really min-max. And yeah, I think it's a good idea for how I like to play to just spam Katie's now. So hopefully we can get some good Torrent sets, some good penetration sets. What's great about these guys is no matter how they roll, high speed or low speed, they're going to be good. If you get a high speed Torrent set, you can put it on Ran, and he's going to nuke everything with his S3. If you get a high speed Pen set, you can give it to Zahak, Sid. Yeah, there are a ton of characters who can utilize these. If you get low speed or no speed, you can use them too. If you get a Torrent set with no speed and only damage substats, you can give that to Closer Charles. You can give it to ML Pavel because they automatically pop off. Yeah, penetration set, a little less useful if it gets no speed, because those ideal targets that I would be using them for are like Sid, Zahak sort of guys. But if you get no speed with one of these, you can always put it on a Bruiser if it gets kind of tanky. You can put it on a PvE character, like your one-shot Wyvern one-shot, Rem. Right now I've got a decent penetration set and on my Commander Lorena for farming Katie's. But yeah, these two sets I think are really good. As for injury set and revenge set, I think they do have their place. Well, maybe not revenge set so much, but injury set you can use on somebody like SSB. I don't know. If you're running that playstyle, I think the best character is somebody like SSB who constantly does her bat back move, and you can keep stacking it super well. You can probably use it on somebody like Mort just for the memes. Valencia, I know, was running injury set all the time. But yeah, this I think has some potential. But not usually a fan. These usually get turned into cubes and then charms for me. And yeah, last is a revenge set. I do think it might be a little bit underutilized. Yeah, what's the difference between speed is 25%, revenge set is 12? Yeah, so it is significantly worse. Because getting that first turn is way more impactful than grabbing follow-up turns. But I think it does have its place. Maybe you could use it on somebody running Sigurd Scythe, or somebody like Crow, Sage Balances, and maybe Yolha, where they're probably not going to get the first turn anyways, but when they're at low HP, their priority, you want them to get a turn more. So I think Revenge Set can be decent in the right scenarios. But yeah, we're going for Torrent 10 sets as last time, and usually the gear score I shoot for is 70 plus. When I get a 70 plus gear score thing, I'm usually pretty happy with it. Obviously, if it gets higher, then I'd be way excited. Anything that gets high speed, I'm always automatically excited about. But yeah, let's hope for some lucky. Yeah, so first crafting. Oh, we got that. Repeat battling ended because my inventory's full now. Injury set. Unlikely that I'd use this, but I don't like to recycle epic pieces until I roll them, even if they just end up sitting in my box for forever. Cool. So yeah, let's grab another one of these. And alright. Torrent set would be the coolest. So you get attack 4, attack 40, effect resist, crit damage. They're all low rolls. But it did get 3 stats that we would potentially want. If it, like, mono rolls crit damage, and we could roll out the effect resist for crit chance, and then it would be a pretty good Torrent set hat. And I'd put it on, like, ML Pavel or something. So yeah, that could be good. Let's quickly check our farm run. Effect resist, attack. This could be ideal for somebody like K-Ron or effect resist BBK. So, yeah, we won't trash that. If I ever decide to build them, that could be good to have. I do have a K-Ron pretty built out right now. It just isn't a high enough level. It's like level 47. And getting all those catalysts and stuff is the biggest pain. So I just have him sitting there. I tested him out on Crazy Growth, but I think the Hawk is better, so that's what's going on right now. This does look pretty perfect. I'll leave it. Yeah, usually I feel like you would want HP on a revenge set for that reason that I was talking about earlier, because you usually would want to run him with people like Crow, who have those low HP one-shots. This looks good. Just don't think I need it. Torrent set, effect resist. That we can. Okay. Yeah. Man, it would be way nicer if they made the gear obtaining in this game more convenient. Because there are so many cool things to try, but so many of them are completely walled off. We'll keep this actually. I don't have too many penetration sets, and this could end up being good if it dodges defense. But yeah, what I was saying is there's so many cool builds and so many cool things to try, but you just feel like there's such a big barrier to testing out those strategies. Like, I am so far off from being able to turn one contest, because while I was grinding for forever to try to get the perfect rain, wow. Well, yeah, while I was grinding for like over a year to get the perfect rain, I got like no speed gear. And other people did. So their fastest guys are all faster than all of my fastest guys. So that stinks because I don't have any other strategy that I can play. And that's the only strategy that I really want to play. I'm not a tank down guy. I don't want to sit there for half an hour getting slowly whittled down. This is another max roll thing. Yeah, but when I face people in the top 1,000, I can't speed contest them. I always just have to set up for, try to cut play if they choose to run that strategy, which, yeah, the whole, it's just one aspect of the whole arsenal of strategies that's no longer available to me. Everybody's Conquer Lilius would outspeed my Ran, which, sure, there's speed RNG, but a lot of the gearing in this game really just makes it impossible for you to participate in these creative options, which stinks. Yeah, so I was gonna go do this. It would be nice if I got a good torrent ring. But yeah, like, there are so many cool sets and cool effects and everything, but like where I'm at, where I don't really want to use a piece of gear unless it's at like 70 plus gear score. Otherwise, my character just feels like they're super weak and unoptimized. Like, there's huge hurdles to be able to test somebody out. And that's what I think the most fun part of the game is experimenting with all these strategies and finding cool new approaches to countering things that are strong. So this looks like it could be good. It's a speed ring. We'll roll it, see what happens. But yeah, if they could figure out some way to make it easier to gear characters, or they have that once every few months you can craft one piece of gear, which is okay, but at the end of the day, those are still role reliant. Like, every single time I've gotten one of those pieces of gear, I make it as perfect as I possibly can, and then it just like 2 speed rolls over and over again. Yeah, like the last free equipment crafting event, this was my guy, where I got 2 attack rolls, 2 speed rolls, and then 1 flat attack roll. And this is a good necklace, but it's not like, OMG, this is a piece of gear that you can only get once every 3 months sort of hype. Like, yeah, I think its gear score is like 68 or something. Like, everything is still so role reliant, and there's like a high chance that you're just gonna get pooped on. So yeah, I think the Ancient Inheritance gear is great. But yeah, it would be nice if the creators made it in some way easier for us to test out new strategies. I think I've communicated my point at this time, but yeah, just for like more detail. Oof. Like, what I really want to do is make super OP nuker builds where I'm not really rolling for speed or anything right now. I just want to get enough torrent sets that get 5 rolls into damage stats that with like 70 plus gear score of torrent sets, so I can put them on my Fat Boy, like Fat Boy Charles, Fat Boy Closer Charles, so he just does a billion damage. I want to make a Fat Boy Roy, where he just has 3 torrent sets on, and his health goes way the heck down. I think it would be cool to try a Spirit Isoline on that build, although I'm kind of using her on just anti-cleave duty right now. But, yeah, to stop the Sid Watcher, you guys. Roy, I would think it would be cool to put him on triple torrent set. Bring his HP way the heck down and combo him with like a barrier set Eaton, and he just would take, his health would be down at like 6,000, 5,000 something, and the Eaton barrier set barrier would be like 6,000, and you give him Chatty or something and he'd literally just be unkillable. I think that would be a super cool build. Commander Pavel, I think he would be more optimized if I swapped this out for a torrent set. So there's always that. Or really, if I could put him on Destruction Torrent or Triple Torrent set, I think that would be the best. But yeah. From how long it took to get all of this gear that I do have, man, it just seems like there are so many barriers to entry for how I want to test out all these new cool strategies. That's basically my commentary here, though. I wanted to put Spez on double torrent set, pen set, and attack boots, and watch him just instantly one-shot anything. Can do that with blue sets too. If you soul burn this move on regular says, you do and you have like a good pen set, double torrent set attack boots, you're doing like 100k damage to 2 tanks if you have an attack buff and double torrent set. So I think those strategies have the potential to be super viable and super fun, but gearing too hard. Hopefully they make some quality of life adjustments to help make us be able to try these things out that won't take 20 years. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching me craft a little bit, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.